Welcome to Run to Endure. We're doing a recce of leg 4 of the Centurion Autumn 100. So we've just come out from the bridge, is just there from Goring, and we're going along the River Thames now, the Thames path towards Reading, where we're going to turn around. At around 1.5 miles into leg 4, the course goes along a meadow which follows the River Thames for just over a mile, running under the train line before veering away from the river slightly to follow a wooded path and eventually a track for a few miles before coming into Recce on Thames. We're about 5 miles in, just short of 5 miles, with Recce on Thames. We're going over a bridge over the River Thames. So at 6.7 roughly miles, after going through Recce on Thames over that white bridge, we came quickly into Pangbourne, where the Dolphin Adventure Centre was, and where your checkpoint, if you're doing leg 4, your checkpoint roughly at 5, just over 5 miles was at. We then gone through a lot of fields that look like this. We went through like a narrow section with lots of willow, drooping down on the path. But there's quite a lot of this sort of section as well, open meadows. You go through Pangbourne meadows, and basically after that white bridge you've got the River Thames on your left. Okay, we've got to the Reading sign, which we know isn't nowhere near Reading really. 8.5 roughly miles. Since the last video, there's about a mile and a quarter where you're going for a housing estate, down on roads, lots of lefts and rights, but it's all marked up with the Thames path signs. You've got the black stickers, you've got the actual white marks that say Thames path, but you're basically going for a housing estate, and then you go through short woods, and then we just got to that Reading sign. Okay, better crack on to halfway, turn around, which is the other side of Reading. Okay, we're going over the train line. Main train line to London, Paddington, and the River Thames is straight there. So you're going to have to do this in the dark. As I say, we're on the way out. This is the outward stretch from Goring. These steps are going to be quite tough, but I suppose you'd be walking anyway. .5 miles in. We've gone a bit through a meadow since last recording, and now it's on this nice fast tarmac. We're coming into the outskirts of Reading. I've seen some buildings over to the right, and you've got some nice houses along the river, on the side of the river. Probably got about a mile to go until we get into the centre of Reading, I estimate. Maybe a bit more, maybe a mile and a half. You see some buildings over there. Okay, we're in Reading officially now. All the houses here up against the River Thames. We've gone through one bridge already. And we're at 11.6 miles in. And here's the checkpoint at roughly, on my watch it's saying 13 miles away, but so this might be a slightly longer leg than the other legs. This is leg 4. We went through, since the last film, we went through Caversham Lock and then King's Meadow, which goes past the Tesco's Extra Reading and all through the bypasses of town basically. Now we're on the way back now, back towards Goring. And you can see the track, it's all tarmac, it's all been tarmac for the last couple of miles. On the way back, we've gone through Reading again, gone through Caversham, and we're going along the river now. We're doing about 2 miles, or just over 2 miles since the turnaround at the sports centre, the halfway turnaround. Let's just show you a bit of this. 2 hours 57 on the clock. And then we're in the end of the tarmac section now, into gravel, and then we go into some meadows. So the gap between Pangbourne and the turnaround is about 8 miles, according to us. It's about 8 miles, whereas Pangbourne from the beginning going is 5 miles, so ish. So bear that in mind. So we're on the way back. We've just gone past the Goring and Reading sign, and basically, housing estate on the way going, you would go through that alleyway there, and then this is the housing estate I was talking about on the way out. We've basically gone over the train line, so basically what we need to do is housing estate takes us along, and then we'll go down a hill which we came up on the way going to basically go over the train line again. So it's along here. About 18 miles in now. You see there, just turn back. Basically, you might be able to make out the right of where that blue car is. There's a sign that says turn left, where that car's come from. We're going to go left up here, along the way, obviously the way going. Yeah, we go right. This is the downhill I was talking about earlier, which we had to come up. So just down here, down this hill, turn right, and then basically we get on a track that takes us back to the River Thames. So we basically left the River Thames as soon as we went up those steps over the train line. We've basically gone up a hill and we've just gone down a hill, and then basically we're going to go back over the train line. Right, Whitchurch on Thames, just gone over the white Pangbourne Bridge on the way back, and we're at about roughly 22 miles roughly. We're going to make our way along this path here, and then up here we turn left off this path and get off this tarmac pavement, and then we go along a path which joins up with the Thames. Okay, so we've come along that track from Whitchurch on Thames, and then we're on the way back, Hartley Steps, so you've had to walk up this on the way out to Reading on the fourth leg, 23 miles in, so this will be about, what would it be, about 10 miles in the other direction, coming out towards Reading. I'll be honest, you'd be walking at this stage anyway, but it doesn't half hurt your legs. Just coming back into Goring now, 26.2 on my watch. Just over 5 hours. Some runners running across the bridge. Coming to the end of leg 4. Thank you for watching this Run to Endure video wrecking the Centurion Autumn 100 Leg 4 course. If you like the video, please like or subscribe. It really helps the channel out.